Well, hi. So I went on a trip a while ago.
On brilla, lui, un éclair, lui,
That's
un
right,
bonheur,
1.7 miles.
la mort suit,
I decided to
un
take a little trip in the
sauveur, dont la
Smoky Mountain National
tombe
Forest.
hécatombe,
Took a nice little relaxing drive up to the
nuit,
mountains.
fille folle,
It was
que
Friday.
l'or vole,
Trying to
que l'on
inspire myself,
vole,
find some inspiration with the cool
l'esprit
air
meurt à
and
la
the fresh
femme
mountain scenery.
d'une femme qui rend
However, I
l'âme.
didn't think I
C'est moi
realized
qui
how much of a
me
challenge the
roule
Appalachian Trail can
dans la
be.
foule, une goule qu'on spolie dans un antre, l'on éventre, quelqu'un entre, c'est maquis, cambriole, l'or s'envole, l'on s'affole, frénésie, vide poche et sacoche, on s'approche, c'est maquis, le feu brille, des brasilles, les gens pillent, incendie, le délire, on expire, puis un rire, ah ah, c'est maquis.
It took me a while to find the trail,
Éclair,
but I
lui,
found it.
et la mort suit, un homme fuit, sans un bruit.
Alright, I'm being brutally honest. I was not prepared for this little jaunt. The boots that I had on were boots, at least I was wearing boots. But they weren't exactly worn boots. Relatively new and made made my feet very uncomfortable after a little while. I also had I had a coat and a pullover and as a long sleeve shirt and t-shirt and thought that I might be cold up there. It was in the low 40s, I think, that day. Got up to like the mid 50s, but I definitely was not cold. Climbing and climbing and climbing up that hill, I got warm enough. The marker told me I was on the right track, but how far was Charles Bunyan? I finally came to a sign, and the sign told me I'd only gone 1.7 miles. I started at Newfound Gap, nice little parking lot, and was on my way to Charles Bunyan, hiking 1.7, hopefully 2.7, maybe 4.4 miles. But instead, I had only gone 1.7 miles to my little Appalachian Trail sign. Exhausted with blisters on my feet, I stopped for lunch and took a moment to admire the views. So I didn't make it to Charles Bunyan, but instead only made it the 1.7 miles along the trail, only to turn back and go back home. But for me, it was a sense of accomplishment. I had gone farther than I had gone before, and now I had something to look forward to, a goal to Charles Bunyan one day. Well, one day. Well, I saw what I needed to see. I was headed back to the car, and things seemed to go very smoothly. The trip down was a lot easier than the trip up. However, dealing with the ice was an issue. Slip sliding around and very carefully watching where every single step went. One's destination is never a place, but a new way of seeing things. Henry Miller.